Welcome, everybody. This is the Healing Consciousness for Regeneration session, and we have Amena here with us. She's a Global Eco-Village Network trustee, also a council member of Genoa and an earth leader at Kai Farms, among other roles in other projects. And today, through dialogue, active meditation, and co-creation, Amena is aspiring to share and evolve the principles of spiritual dimensions of regeneration. And she will be sharing her personal journey of inner regeneration and combining with Jen's map of regeneration, sharing the principles that help her in village community project design. So welcome, everybody. Welcome, Amena. Thank you. You can start sharing if you want.
Thank you. So thank you everyone for joining me today. For those who've just joined Simona, there's a card picker in the chat. If you want to pick a card, it's like a tarot for your day, guiding you to your regenerative journey and where you should put your energy. The map of regeneration is a tool developed by Jen. We'll be sharing a link to you, which you could use for your communities to develop your projects. It covers all dimensions of regeneration: social, cultural, ecological, economic, and whole system. And since I've been working with regeneration now for over a decade, I find a gap where a lot of us are not speaking and talking too actively about the spiritual dimension, but we are all doing it, right? We're all healing, we all have our practices. But I think I've noticed as a community, it doesn't get much of our attention and care. So my intention for today's session was, in the rebuild, how do we rebuild consciousness in a way that it becomes a voice for everybody, and that we feel empowered to share our spirituality or our healing openly and courageously. So with that, I would just begin by giving you a taster of the healing consciousness through a very short, sweet meditation. And we can all attune together to this healing consciousness before we go on to our next part of our journey. So wherever you are, just give yourself a big smile, smile a bit, maybe shake your body, and come into the space of whatever feels like presence to you. And very respectfully, I invite you to connect to the heart of this circle. Taking a deep breath in together as one circle, one beating heart, one soul. Let's inhale. And let's exhale. Let this breath today remind us that to heal from the deepest source of our body, our mind, our soul, we must feel free in the now. And we feel free in the now when we go into our inner world and we focus on our energetic centers, our energy body, our aura, and our energy fields. Taking a deep breath again together. Feel this breath restoring your vitality, your vigor, bringing aliveness to your mind, body, soul, consciousness. Let's together affirm, spiritually awakened, I connect to the healing light. Staying connected to our breath, imagine that there is a ray of light entering from the top of your head. And as you continue to breathe, feel this ray of light going down your spine. It could have any color that you can imagine. Feel this light traveling down your spine to where you're seated, into your root center consciousness. Feel the joy of this light flowing through your legs, into your feet soles, into Mother Earth. Feel the joy of delivering this light to all the cells and atoms in all the bodies upon Mother Earth. Visualize yourself going deep into the heart of the earth, like an effulgent, sweet teardrop of honey, bright and gold, Imagine yourself like liquid gold light, blissful, joyful, radiating this consciousness from your heart, from your body, to your environment, to the earth, glowing and filled with the cascading light. You're slowly but surely bringing all the souls together to create an illuminated, enlightened whole. Through this energy field, you're connecting to every living life on this planet. Full of the healing light, spearheading in goodness, greatness, gratefulness, and awakened generosity. Step into the center of the light of the universe. Take a deep breath. See your heart glowing. See yourself connected to the whole. And affirm, I am light. I am healing. I am healed. And now coming back with this light-filled body into your physical body, looking into the eyes of everybody here, keeping your consciousness as a healer in the light realms, but working here in the material realm. Always channeling the light of love and oneness. So welcome back. And today's journey, though we have limited time, I wanted to just begin the journey by sharing with you my thoughts on why healing consciousness for regeneration, even though such an abstract topic, is important for me today in this rebuild. And I will just begin to quickly share my slides. I do understand that we have limited time.
Just so that we are aware, Amena, I think after this session, there's a little break of 15 minutes, so we could stay a bit longer than
Oh,
usual.
that's wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So can everybody see my screen? Is that good to go, Fernando? I'm just putting it on full screen. So I wanted to just begin by asking all of you here in the seat circle, your own intention of why healing consciousness for regeneration. Feel free to write in the chat what attracted you to this circle today. And I'm going to share with you why I was guided to share this consciousness or this spiritual dimension for rebuilding today. So as my work in Gen and as my journey continues, I have begun to believe that this whole journey of regeneration is actually just about healing the collective, which all of you have felt and sensed at some point. And we need to collectively remember and practice that we are spiritual beings having a physical presence, that the future success of this movement will be based on acknowledging our spiritual consciousness and acting from our source self that we just experienced in the meditation, that our regen work is incomplete without the spiritual dimension. The consciousness that we are all healers and that we must engage our spiritual powers and healing practices at all times, dovetailing all action with love and light. There are gaps in effective enlightened leadership because we are not engaging our whole healed self, that which is consciously channeling the source and working for harmony and oneness. And these are some of the aspects that brought me to say that whenever we do the work of rebuilding or regeneration, if we do it from our soul self, which is always sustainable, always regenerating, always connected to the source, we will be successful as a whole. So let's take a deep breath here together. Exhale. And just make a note in your mind about your healing consciousness. How does that feel? Are you operating in the material world with healing? And what does healing really mean? We all have used this word so often, and we all have our own articulation for it. And let's together explore what does this mean and build on this world together. I will share with you what healing means to me personally, and I would encourage you to share in the chat what it means to you. So healing for me is a realignment to the source to make whole and live in goodness. It is wholeness, mind, body, heart, spirit, being healthy and channeling the light and love of the cosmic self. The cosmic self is always healing, and healing happens when we are constantly, continuously channeling from beyond the body, beyond our beliefs, beyond mind, and beyond matter, from the cosmic intention. The healing self, the healer, is an empowered channel that connects to an infinite source, harnesses the energy, and heals all the dimensions and pillars of regeneration: people, place, planet, prosperity, for peace and harmony, and shares abundantly with all. Let's close our eyes and think of your healing moments. Think of the feeling, the memories, the words that come to you when you hear the word healing. And what does it mean to you? Please feel free to share in the chat your own understanding of healing or an experience that you've had which has strengthened your belief that you are here to heal and help heal, and that your consciousness is supporting you in the now. So from healing to consciousness and healing consciousness for regeneration, I'm just sharing some of the thoughts that I've gathered that help me understand consciousness as presence in the now to the whole. I am the earth, I am the elements, the stars, the universe, the cosmos. I am divine spark. Pure awareness, a witness from mind, body, breath, heart, senses, and soul to what is happening in the present moment. Self-awareness, mindfulness to how we are interacting with the now and responding to what is happening in the present moment in sensation, in thought, in feeling, emotion, and action. Healing consciousness, reminding me that I am a channel only, and I am deeply listening always. Connecting to your body, your breath, your heart, the light within, the soul, our collective consciousness. Let's close our eyes. And ask ourselves, what is conscious right now? And what is this consciousness channeling? What is this consciousness regenerating? What is this consciousness rebuilding? Flowing forward, thinking more about regeneration, wishing to share with you that for me, every aspect of life has a material and a spiritual understanding. As much as we rebuild our material universe, we must always be conscious of the spiritual understanding of what we are rebuilding. As we rebuild our healing consciousness, rebuilding our lived environment and our relationships would be as much easier only if we are leaving every person and place better than we found it, creating beauty, harmony, well-being, prosperity for all, giving more than we are taking. When we are acting with the consciousness of being whole and being with the whole system. When we are experiencing interbeing and interconnectedness at all levels. When we are channeling the source, the cosmic current, to make every thought, every idea, every feeling, every emotion and action life-giving, filled with compassion and kindness at all times, then we are truly regenerating. Back to our consciousness, back to our healer self, back to our regenerating self, going inside into a space of silence. Ask yourself, are you truly regenerating? Note any thoughts, visions, ideas that arise. Is your work in the world allowing you to rebuild your consciousness? Is it helping you evolve? Feeling and radiating pure light and love is a state of regeneration. So moving further, I would like to share with you some spiritual principles for regeneration that have helped me in my life since I've been working in regeneration. And I truly believe that the path to regeneration and the path to love and light is the same. And I have learned that as people, we are light, all are healers, bringers of light, and we must share this in the now in every moment. That we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. We are energy and vibration, same as our planet. As healers, our source self is always in bliss and joyful, unaffected by material nature. And we have unlimited resources if we work from our source self. Our regenerating self is that which is always channeling light and love unconditionally to material actions without attachment, always in unity and oneness. Further, the spiritual dimension for regeneration, helping us co-create a culture of healing consciousness, happens when we act with the knowing that all places and actions are interconnected. Being very conscious of the positive impact in the now. Our higher purpose is to be in devotional service to all of creation. Source is the greatest source of prosperity. Sharing the light of positivity enriches us all. Silence is the gateway to solutions, imagination, our connection to the sacred. Nurturing the inner village, living from heart and soul will bring us all in alignment with our highest purpose. thus creating cohesion, coherence for joyful regeneration of people, place, purpose, and prosperity. Coming into a space of silence, connecting to our breath, connecting to our inner village, stepping into our heart, the gateway to our solutions. Ask yourself, what solution are you seeking today? And how can your healer self, the source self, the cosmic self, the regenerating self support you? How can it energize you? So this was a very quick journey that I went on with you to just share a summation of my spiritual dimension for regeneration. And the invitation now is, for the next maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, for all of us here to dive deeper into the spiritual dimension and to invite you as this circle to be able to feel safe in this space, to share your own spiritual dimension, share your spiritual healing self, and the seeds that will fertilize our collective spiritual soil for regeneration. And these are some prompt questions for you to think about as you create the spiritual dimension of regeneration for yourself and your communities. And I would like to just stop here and ask Fernando, how much time do we have, Fernando?
We have like 10, we could use 10 more minutes in total.
Okay. So could we maybe go into breakout rooms for about 5 minutes?
Okay, I will create 2 breakout rooms with like
2
3.
or maybe 3, I think. We can, so that everybody gets a chance to speak.
Okay, 3 breakout rooms.
So that will be 3 people in each?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And yes, we have like 5 minutes to respond.
We could also share the document if they feel like
I will.
harvesting anything.
Some of the questions in the chat.
Yes. Should we take them once they come back?
There we go.
Hello, Tucker.
Hello. Is the session over?
No, we're in the middle. I'll join you to a breakout room if you want. And yeah, you can read the questions in the chat. Okay.
Hey, Tucker, what's going on?
Hey, Nicole.
Good to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
I think in the end, only people only join 2 breakout rooms, but there's 3 people per room.
Okay. Nicole, I don't see any questions. Are you seeing any questions here?
In the chat, but everyone also got a link to the document. I noticed that the slide you were sharing had some different questions. And then I also just copied every single question in case people don't go to the Google Doc.
Yeah, and they don't need to respond to all. Maybe Fernando, if you could just let them know these are just whatever one thing that they want to speak to, right? As while they share.
Sorry, can you repeat?
All these questions, they don't need to respond to all. These are just triggers for anything that they want to share. Could be anything from their spiritual dimension of. Because time is really short. I think the topic is so deep.
Yes.
But like Annie said, just give them a taster.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not very familiarized with breakout rooms. I thought I wrote in the chat they would receive it. But I think they don't. I need to broadcast it.
I just sent that message. These are just some prompts and that they don't have to respond to all of them.
Great. Okay, maybe we'll give 2 more minutes and then we'll get back.
How are we feeling today in our spiritual connection?
Yes, how about the two of you?
I feel that some spiritual practices for me that enhance resilience are stopping and pausing and listening, both to other people and to subtle information that's there. It helps me slow down and not rush. And when I'm not rushing, I'm more open. And openness for me means connection and the ability to connect with others and the larger source. What about you, Fernando?
That resonates a lot. For sure, for me, it's also stillness and also connection to nature. Like today, I woke up, saw the sunrise, went into the sea, then went to the garden, and weeded all the garden. So a full morning and surrounded by beautiful people that make me like have a slow morning, connect with myself, connect with others, connect with this consciousness of sharing love with the world.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, for me, I was, when I was initiated into a healer about nearly 12 years ago, there are a few practices that I do every day. It's like I do a full body Reiki practice, and I do a dance to invite the 4 directions and the cosmic energies. I also work with a lot of sounds to heal the sound vibration of our planet. And then channeling our auric self, right? This illuminated body all the time. If you can visualize that in a moment, then you'll know in the moment that light has gone to everybody. And so it's a mix of visualization, sounds, movement, and and my own healing practice of, aligning my own body energy, the chakras, the planet, and then doing that for everybody in our world. That's the fun of being an empowered healer through a teacher, that they teach you these really funky practices. Like I call them the spiritual technology, right? Like maybe yoga or anything else that everybody else practices, but at a deeper level. So, yeah.
Okay, I think I can bring people back, and maybe we can give a few minutes for them to share. and
Sure.
then we can close the session.
Sure. And then you can, Fernando, just share the links from
I
Jen
will.
and maybe some of the affirmations, so if they want to read them at some point every day, maybe once.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I think it will take like a minute to like come back. Ooh. Someone signed in. Our device. Did you receive a message also, Nicole?
For what?
Oh, I was signed out of the session. Didn't you get signed out? Someone signed in the Zoom. We're on our own.
They're probably signing in early for the next
Yeah, I guess.
for the next session. They may be trying to prepare.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, we'll finish in the next 3 minutes.
So, yeah, be prepared that it might end, because I know
Okay.
when you're signing in, you have the option to end other
Yes.
calls that are going on.
Leela, it's so nice to see you here.
Hey, nice to see you too.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have only a few minutes left. So maybe it's time if you want to share what you've shared in the little groups, what you harvested. Now's the time.
It can just be one word, how you're feeling after that connection exercise.
You know, Simona really told me something that very important. That is to lead by example. That was key for me. Thank you very much.
I haven't asked for a name, so hi, sorry for not asking for your name, but thank you for sharing the story with me of grounding and getting back in tune with by grounding yourself and recalibrating.
Like real grounding to the earth.
Yeah.
Like real electronic grounding to the earth.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I need that too, yeah.
For me, it's excitement for the future because I see how many people are excited and what is happening all around the world, and everybody's adding their share, and it just makes me excited for the future. So thank you all for existing.
Thank you, Simona. Excitement is a great energy that attracts many good things, right? And keeps us in a state of flow. So thank you for bringing that. Yeah. Yeah, so my affirmation today is that we continue to, I think, co-create this spiritual dimension and, catalog is as much as we do for other physical things. I think it really needs a body and a vessel and a voice. And we create great books on designing our material universe. I wish we could also, as a rebuild community, design something for the inner village and for the inner spiritual dimension. So I'm really grateful that you all were able to make time for this. I know time was short, but please, if you feel like being in touch with me, following some of my spiritual work and healing circles within Jen, Leonardo is sharing a list of links that might support your journey further. Some of them are links from Jen, tools of map of regeneration. And there is a group of affirmations. If you like, you can read them once a day for freedom and renewal. And you can visualize light flowing from your body and these affirmations flowing into the world to develop everybody's spiritual strength.